So yeah guys, hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Deepa and this is Divine Tarot. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about an interesting topic that I think I should let you guys know. With the pink moon coming tomorrow, I want you guys to check out my short wherein in detail, like I have explained like what is pink moon, of the 12 moons, like pink moon is one of them and why it is called pink moon and all of that. So I have explained in that. So check out, yeah. And another thing is, I think those are like the short, like, a YouTube short or an Instagram reel will do. Of lately, I'm also very active on my Instagram, my Divine Tarot Instagram. So really want you guys to check out that. Yeah. So I am like, I just completed a tarot call. Yeah, I just did with light seers. Yeah, and we did a video call, and she was like, I am looking like Jasmine. That's what she said. So I did a US call, and it's I think 8 a.m. for her. So she took a reading before she left to her work. Yeah, and she's a nutritionist. Yeah, so we were talking about how, like, she was asking me about my skin and what all I eat, and I was telling her about Indian food and all of that, how Indians eat a lot of spice and all of that. Yeah, so I was just telling that. Yeah, so she was calling me Deepa the Jasmine. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna caption that, yeah, in my Instagram post today. So anyways, I'm gonna talk about an interesting topic. So from tomorrow we have Venus in Taurus. That is where exactly I have Moon and Mars, and Mr. V has his Venus there, making him an actor. Yeah. So I'm going to talk about Venus and what is its importance and how do you decode in an astrological chart and how do you boost up, how do you power up a Venus. So I'm going to talk about all of that. So it's roughly 6:30 right now. Yeah. So I didn't have my noon sleep, so I cannot function without my noon sleep. Like I need it, right. And off lately, whenever I'm trying to sleep, like from when I said that, like I need my noon sleep, yeah, in my psychic dream video, I hear Mr. V like patting, putting me to sleep, and all of these telepathy signs, like divine masculine, take care of the divine feminine so much, and we being a Cancerian, like he has all of those traits. So it's 6:30. Like I always have my fruit and then I have my black coffee. So I have both of them here. So you must see me having in the middle. And so it's so important to let you guys know, because I'm going to talk about Venus and all fruits come in Venus. So I am like a hardcore, like for me, the fruit sizes, like I am somebody that eats with fork. Like I need my fork, like I need for slicing, like I need chilled fruit, like chilled, supremely chilled. I need my fruits chilled. So even if it's winter, you'll see me having chilled. I just love chilled fruits. Like I can skip food for this. Anyways, so I just, halted the camera, hogged up. I just have 2 slices left. So yeah, so I'm gonna have it. So I try to balance my sugar because, I spoke about my dad being diabetic. So I really balance. And speaking of one more thing, who the fuck gets here a pimple, dude? Who the fuck gets it under the eye? And I'm also done, with my periods, and this doesn't even want to cover with foundation, with concealer, nothing. Like it has decided to torture me. Yeah, I wouldn't mind anywhere in the face, but the weirdest spot. Can anybody let me know the weirdest spot that you have got a pimple? Yeah, please. So this is the weirdest spot, and it doesn't want to cover. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna talk about an interesting topic, the Venus. Yes. So yeah. So what is Venus? So I spoke about in my video about being Venusian and how Lord Sukracharya like did everything. Like he is the guru of demons, and he can bring back people to life. Yeah, right. So yeah. So in a person's chart, if you want to really see luxury, you want to see like how beautiful they are, like how good looking they are. Like only two planets gives you massive beauty, that is Moon and Venus, and Jupiter gives you like fairness, like how fair are you. Yeah, Jupiter and Moon gives you, those are the planets, like how you learn astrology is through this, right? So Venus in a person's chart is the kind of the luxury that they have, and how much of luxury, when I mean like your car, like your house and all of that come in luxury. Yeah, and it also indicates like Venus indicates how beautiful are you. Yeah, so Venus has very powerful position in Taurus and in Libra. It's two own houses. It is where it works amazing, like absolutely amazing. And so yeah, so Venus is exalted in Pisces, yes, and debilitated in Mercury. It's very important I make this video because divine feminines, I made the video of Jupiter and Venus, when Jupiter is husband and Venus is the wife, and Jupiter and Mars and Venus are the boyfriend and girlfriend. I made these videos. Yeah, so I'm going to talk about Venus. How do you power Venus? Yeah, so especially for a man's chart, Venus is very important because Venus represents woman. Venus represents that what kind of woman is the man going to get, and it's very important I talk about this because you're divine masculine, you are the divine feminine, right? Obviously. So yeah, so I'm going to talk about it. Yeah, so firstly I'm going to start with Aries, Taurus and all of that, how Venus works and where is it very powerful. It's very important to check your Venus, check your Mars, check your Jupiter, all of this. Like I said, that how powerful is your Jupiter speaks about how are your values. Like yeah, for example, I have Jupiter exalted. I'm an overgiver. Like I feel like crazy for others. So that's where, and because it gets exalted in the house of Cancer. Yeah, so I had to really work on it. So I had to really work on my overgiving nature. So yeah, so I genuinely really had to work on that. So yeah, so now I'm going to talk about how do you power the Venus. So coming to facts, Venus is goddess Lakshmi. Yeah, so like luxury all come in Lakshmi, right? Mahalakshmi, Lakshmi. Yeah, she is the wife of Vishnu, Lord Vishnu. Yeah, so the one thing that very critical that you must have seen kings and queens and all of those old time people follow this. So yeah, so I'm gonna tell about that. So yeah, so firstly, if you see Vishnu, Lord Vishnu and Shivji and Brahma all talk about honoring the woman, the wife. Three of them talk about that. They honor their wife, like they uplift the wife, push the woman, they regard, the respect and all of that. So yeah, so the one thing that because Lakshmi, Lord Vishnu presses the legs of goddess Lakshmi, he takes care of her, like yeah, it all shows like whenever he took an avatar on the earth, he has brought her as well. Yeah, she also took an avatar. So we have Sita that took for Ram, and we have Rukmini that took for Lord Krishna. So we have various avatars. So the one thing that is very important is, and I am telling the the funda for powering your Venus. Yes, so the one key factor, if you see the olden times and all of that, so Venus represents a woman. Especially in a man's chart, it's very important to see where is his Venus. If he has a very good Venus, he'll get a very beautiful wife. He'll get a wife with a lot of values, like the typical, like the perfectionist wife. Yeah, you see all that in the chart when you learn astrology. So now I'm going to talk about how do you power Venus. So if you see the olden times, the kings and the queens and all of them, they did the worship of their, yeah, they had multiple women and all of that. Yeah, but if you see, one thing is they gave a lot of treasure, they gave a lot of jewels, gemstones, gifts and all of that to women. That is how you power a Venus, with gifts, especially to women. Yeah, So right, so that's very important. If you see, for example, I was seeing a chart, and that man, he was in a lot of loans and all of that. And I see his chart, and I tell him that he asked me for the guidance that how will all this be okay. And I said that everything will be okay if you stop beating your wife. Yeah. So if the person who does not respect a woman, who uses her only for sex and all of that, these things will see a duplicate. You will see yourself stuck in all problems. You will see like it is dishonoring goddess Lakshmi, because Venus has that rule. Like Jupiter has a rule that whenever you do a reading from Guru, so how much you honor a woman, you take care of her, and all of this is how you power the Venus. Yeah, how you uplift, like how you have a lot of luxury. So Venus is very important, and it is a rule that is kept by Lakshmi, goddess Lakshmi, that everybody need to honor her, everybody need to take care of her. So no matter the generation, it stays same. Yeah, you honor the woman, and nowadays like women are neck to neck with man, and everybody is working, studying, and all of that. Yeah, so no matter that, never don't like stop gifting. And I say that, I suggest that, because I know that as astrologer, the power of gifting in astrology. Yeah, so it boosts your Venus. I'm not telling like to give a 10 crores gift or something like that. Like small, like maybe if you see, that is what Valentine's Day is about, right? Small chocolates and all of these fruits, chocolates and fashion and all of that come in, your luxury, like your cars come in Mars, but all of the luxury and all of that, like Gucci, Prada, all, you just name it, everything comes in Venus. So it's very important. How do you uplift being a man? Like you uplift, that is what exactly it is, right? And I had to say that because in this journey, abundance is divine feminine. Like everything that this girl has. Yeah. The minute, that is the journey wherein your divine masculine realizes, honors, and knows your worth. So yeah, so knows your worth. That's when God gives the permission of she coming into his life. Yeah. The entire abundance is literally showered. So yeah, so that is the importance of Venus. So it's very important, and I tell people, who are in relationship and who are wanting anything, I say, buy her, like buy your wife a diamond, buy, because when I see that they have a little bit of deficient Venus, I say that, please like plan and give your wife something, give your girlfriend something. It really uplifts and boosts. Like, that's a rule said by goddess Lakshmi. So now I'm going to talk about like how like Venus works in each of the houses from Aries. Remember that I am here talking about birth chart. So open your birth chart, see where is Venus. So it's very important for a man. That's why the gifting, like the Valentine's Day, roses and all this come in Venus. When he uplifts the woman or gives the girl, that's when his Venus is powered. Like if you see, the entire film industry is the field of Venus. The fashion field is the field of Venus. Food industry is the field of Venus. All this come in Venus. So when you uplift the Venus is when you see growth. Yeah. So yeah, so Venus is very important, because without Venus you don't have any luxury. So yeah, so now I'm going to talk about, firstly I want to cover the houses Taurus and Libra. So yeah, so Venus is super powerful, and also remember that every house has a pro and a con. Yeah, so Venus is super powerful in what am I saying? So Venus is super powerful in Taurus and Libra. Supremely powerful. Yeah. So if you have them, consider bingo. Yeah. So Venus is very good. You are in the field. You are a celeb. You are in the limelight. You have tons of following, and all this Venus gives. Loads of luxury. Like you are Ramba, Menaka, Urvasi. So yeah. So you have all that. So firstly, talking about Venus in Taurus, since it's coming from tomorrow. Yeah. So Venus in Taurus is supremely happy. Like somebody just ate a meal, like super happy, like has everything. You're like an Ambani in Venus in Taurus. You have a lot of pleasure, and Taurus is the house of also sex. So yeah, so I have my Moon and Mars there. Yeah. So yeah, so Taurus is also the house of sex, food, fun. That all it represents. So somebody with Venus in Taurus implies that you have satisfied, like you have done a lot of good karma to, many women in the past and got that. So Mr. V has that. So me and Vishu have Moon, Mars, Venus matching in Taurus. That is how we are twin flames. I have Moon and Mars there and he has Venus there. So it's known as twin flame, the one. So yeah, with Rahu aspect. Exactly. So yeah, so Venus in Taurus, like it puts you in the field of film industry. It either makes you an interior designer. So you remember that you have to check the combinations. So Venus in Taurus gives massive luxury. So you have a lot of branded stuff, and women, you get very beautiful women. And if it's for a man, if it's for a woman, you are an actress. So yeah, just vice versa, reverse the roles. And yeah, so the number one position for Venus is Venus in Libra. The number two position is Venus in Taurus. I'm going to tell you why, when I tell about Libra, why is it, okay? So Venus in Taurus is the bad side of Venus. Yeah? Everything you have over, like you have over, like everything above. So there is no limit. So that is the con. So you have to like control yourself. So it depends on where is your Jupiter or where is your moon, that will bring you down. So always remember, if you have a very powerful planet, you also need a counter planet to calm you. So mixture will do, right? That is, life. Yeah. So when you're over, like you have everything in abundance, in like, over the board. Yeah. So if your Venus in Taurus gives you a very beautiful wife. Yeah. If you're a man. Yeah. So it gives you very, very, very like hot, beautiful woman as your wife. If your divine masculine has it. And it also, like many people, want this woman. So that's the con. So yeah, so you have all these combinations, and I think I am here to just make it for a fun. Remember that when you see the birth chart, like for example, you have Venus and Moon there. Yeah. So Moon and Venus, you're supremely like you will be an American. Yeah. So right, so you have all these combinations because two fairer planets are together. Then if you have, with Saturn there, yeah, you will be like a very huge. Venus and Saturn makes you a very huge, like, philosopher. Like, yeah. So you have these combinations. Remember that Venus in Taurus alone. Is it alone? Is it with combination? Are they planets? Yeah, but Venus in Taurus gives you massive luxury. It puts you in film industry, or you'll be in anything to do with fashion. And also remember that both houses, Venus in Taurus and Venus in Libra, both make you OCD. The only planet that has OCD is, Venus. Venus is a massive OCD person. Yeah. So if you have Venus in Taurus, you have OCD. Okay. Remember that. Yeah. So right. So that is your Venus in Taurus, like very high foodie, like you love life and all of the Taurus qualities come in you. The only con is these people are known to be sex addicts. Like, yeah, they cannot do without sex. Like, they need sex. Yeah. So Venus in Taurus gives you that fire. Yeah. So I know that because I have Moon and Mars there. So yeah. So Taurus house generally represents that. So always remember, when you learn astrology, you understand that why certain planets gives you that fire, or why are you like this? Why are you a moody person? Why are you an angry person? Or everything you need to understand from the birth chart. Yeah. So that is Venus in Taurus. Such people, if your your divine masculine has that, they get very beautiful wife. Like after they marry them, they get more beautiful. Yeah. So Venus in Taurus has that power because Taurus is the house of beauty. So from tomorrow you will see many people in love, having sex and all of that. Yeah. So right. So from till May 2. Yeah. Next comes Venus in Libra. So if you see, Venus in Taurus is an uncontrollable bull, but in Venus in Libra, it has the traits of Libra house. It's very balanced. Venus in Libra makes you a homemaker. Like such people are in the front line. They are always in front of camera, and they have massive beauty. Like everything has a face value. So Amitabh Bachchan has this, yeah. So they're always till the die. They're in limelight, and I have Venus in Libra. I do not know how my dad fixed this. Yeah. So Venus in Libra is a very balanced Venus, like everything in balance. Like, yeah. So because I also work in Deloitte, I really balance my finances. Like I know where to invest, where to not invest, where to buy and all. So you're getting the difference, right? So Venus in Taurus do not know that, but a Venus in Libra knows that. That's why it is. So consider that. We are not considering Venus. This is a twist for Venus. That is why I'm making this video. Venus is exalted in Pisces, but still Venus in Libra is number 1 and Venus in Taurus is number 2. You have to consider this. Venus in Libra is a very balanced Venus, and even if you're a man having this, yeah, so people are very good looking. So my friend's soulmate, yeah, who is also on Twinflame Journey, she married her soulmate, and he has Venus in Venus in Libra, like me, and he's also very good looking. He has he has the nerdy glasses. So yeah, so Venus in Libra makes you extremely like good looking. Yeah, Venus in Taurus gives you that bull kind of features, like it gives a little bit of fire. Yeah, but Venus in Libra gives you very like sharp, like you even if you are a man or a woman, it gives you a lot of beauty. Venus in Libra. So these two houses, remember that when I say beauty, it doesn't mean that other Venuses are bad. No, but I'm telling you that these people are in the front of the camera. They are always there. Yeah. So Venus in Taurus and Venus in Libra makes you like stand in the front. You can also be a newsreader. So you are also always in front of camera. So yeah, so you're getting my point. So Venus in Libra gives that. So number 1, Venus in Libra. Number 2, Venus in Taurus. The con of Venus in Libra is the rigidity. Like they do not like change. Yeah. Ask me. I accept to that. Yeah. Like you have to convince me to certainly change anything. Yeah. So right. So Venus in Libra gives that. It gives the rigidity because Librans don't listen, right? So yeah. So it's like that. So Venus in Libra and Venus in Taurus both are its own houses. So in the case of Venus, Venus is more powered in these two houses. So yeah. Next, Venus in Pisces. Venus in Pisces is exalted. Venus in Pisces makes you very studious. Such people really stand by justice, and you see many women empowered, like they start their own business with women empowered, like they stand by women empowerment. They're all friends, they support a lot. Venus in Libra Venus in Pisces gives you that, because this is a house ruled by Jupiter, like Pisces. Yeah, they have a lot of friends. Yeah, and they also, I see they travel a lot abroad, like yeah, because the Pisces house is a lot of foreign travel, because it's the 12th house. Yeah, so Venus in Pisces, it doesn't have like the traits of they may not be in the front line like Taurus or Libra. Yeah, but they support by women. They have a lot of female friends, and they are very happy-go-lucky. Like they get along with all the other zodiac Venus. Yeah, so they're very flexible. The one thing minus here is they're over emotional. Yeah, because Venus the water planet is put in water. Like Pisces is the house of water. So yeah, so that is the con for this. Yeah, next comes Venus in Aries. Here is the twist, right? So always remember that Venus loses its 50% strength when it's in the house of Mars, in the house of Mars. Yeah, like Aries and Scorpio, Venus loses 50% of its power. I'll tell you why. It's known as Asth as in it loses its power. So that's a rule. Mars loses power in Venus houses. Venus loses power in Mars houses. So this is a rule in astrology. Yeah, provided you have twist or you wear gemstones and all of that. Yeah. So Venus in Taurus and Venus in Libra are always in the front line. Venus in Aries and Venus in Scorpio will be there, like makeup artists or hairstylists or fashion designer or celebrity stylist. Venus in this houses does that. Like you are there but you're not there. You have to help others get ready, because Venus in Aries and Venus in Scorpio still will get you in the field of Venus, which can be a restaurant, which can be a you can also be a film director. You are in the film industry, but you're still you're not in the front face, right? So you're getting my point. So Venus in Aries and Venus in Scorpio brings you to this field, but you have to help the Venus in Taurus and Venus in Libra, right? So it's like that. So you have to uplift, you have to boost. So remember that the Venus in Aries, Taurus, Scorpio and Libra, all the 4 are supremely well dressed. 4 of them have that. Venus in Scorpio gives you anger. But Venus in Aries, I have not seen, Venus in Aries people be so angry as Venus in Scorpio. Yeah, right? So Venus in Aries gives you massive, name and fame as somebody else's, makeup artist or hairstylist. So you have makeup by Mario, right? Who's very famous for being Kim Kardashian's, Yeah, makeup artist. Like this. So you are famous. I think you got the point. Yeah, right. So you help the Venus in Taurus or Venus in Libra. So you see that is a combination. Yeah, opposites, right? Yeah. Next comes Venus in Gemini. Venus in Gemini people are known to speak lies. Yeah. So Venus, it makes you very practical. It it has the dual tongue. Yeah. So Venus in no offense. Yeah. Right. But I think we all are a planet. So if you have Jupiter there or Jupiter somewhere aspecting this, then that doesn't happen. Yeah. So Venus in Gemini makes you very diplomatic. Like, yeah, you're not yes, you're not no. Yeah. And Venus in Gemini people have the highest luxury. Like they have everything on time. Like they have car on time, house on time and all that. Because Gemini is an analytical house. Yeah. So Venus in Gemini gives that. You see, Venus in Gemini people have every luxury before they are 30. Yeah. So you're right. So Venus in Gemini gives that. But the only con here is like they speak a little bit lies. They're diplomatic. Yeah. Right. So Venus in Gemini are the social butterfly. Like they need things spice up. Like they always love traveling and all of that. So Venus in Gemini, my sister has Venus in Gemini and Priyanka Chopra has Venus in Gemini. Yeah, they really are like they're very good with their talking. They're known for their talking, such women. And if a man has that, like they are also very good talkers, yeah, right? And they will get, remember that in a man's chart, Venus is like, what kind of woman would you get? Yeah. So, right, so if in a man's chart Venus is in his Taurus, he'll get a very beautiful, like somebody with a like the lower body being big, yeah, because Taurus is the bull, right? Yeah. And in Venus in Gemini you get a public speaker, like, yeah, so somebody like that. Yeah. So Priyanka Chopra has Venus in Gemini. Yeah. Then comes Venus in Cancer. Venus in Cancer, oh god. So Venus in capsicum. What am I saying? So yeah, so Venus in Cancer makes you very over emotional, like, yeah. And Venus in Cancer people have really beautiful eyes, like, yeah. Venus in Cancer gives you that, yeah. So Cancer, I have seen Venus in Cancer, like, always remember that when I say all this, it's also the study with my father and with my own charts, like how many over, like almost 1,000 horoscopes that I've seen, yeah. And also personal study, the bookish knowledge, okay. So Venus in Cancer makes you very fair. Such people will have, like, literally they cannot step out in sun. Yeah. So yeah, and Venus in Cancer gives you very beautiful eyes. Like you'll have very good skin. You'll have very beautiful, because remember that that's where Jupiter gets exalted. So if you have both there, wow. Like, yeah, you will be either a Gigi Hadid or you'll be a Kendall Jenner. Something like that combination will give you that. Like some supreme beauty. Yeah, like you are a fashion model, like a very huge influence globally. Yeah. So yeah, so Venus in Cancer, like I said, it's the water combination, like massive water combination. Like you put a water planet in the water house, like ruled by moon. Such people, such women feel emotions very strong. So yeah, so massive, like very strong. Such people demand loyalty, and for them, like everything forever. They believe in fairy tales. And you in the Sex and the City show, you remember Charlotte? I think like Charlotte, yeah, she that kind of like personality. Like they want forever. Like they want a commitment, a solid commitment. They cannot take their man cheating and all of that. Yeah. So Venus in Cancer demands that. Like it's a demand. Like, yeah. So right, they're very emotional, over emotional. They feel for others. Such people are really like they make very good like they donate a lot. They work for social causes and all of that. Next comes Venus in Leo. Venus in Leo people have, like, I have seen their very good legs. Venus in Leo demands respect. Yeah, because it's ruled by Leo. Leo is the house of, like, sun. So you need for them respect. And if you talk, like, if a man doesn't treat them nice, like, it's done. Yeah. So for them, treating respect with respect is more. So here in Cancer, Venus, like, it has the qualities of moon, wherein it needs to be treated with love. Here it needs to be treated with respect in in the house of Leo. Yeah. So Venus in Leo people are always like they always like never like have a tiff with Venus in Taurus and Venus in Libra. or Venus in Pisces, like they don't get along. Yeah, because they are always like racing, fighting. Yeah, but Venus in Leo also gives. So yeah, so Venus in Leo, the main quality is they need to be on the top. Yeah, that is the entire, like you can just Google and read about this. Yeah, so Venus, Leo is the house of that. If you have moon there, you have any planet there in Leo. Leo is demand, like how a Leo zodiac behaves. Like they need to be on the top. They need to be on the pedestal. They need to be there. But it's not true, right? Because Venus gets massive power in Taurus and Libra and Pisces. Yeah, so Venus in Pisces, Alia Bhatt has that. Yeah, she has exalted Venus. Yeah, but if you see, like even if it is exalted, even if she's a very brilliant actress and all, yeah, in terms of beauty, Taurus and Libra are more. Like I am not saying that Alia Bhatt is not. Okay, so you have that in for Alia Bhatt, Venus in Pisces. Yeah, so right, so Venus in Leo like demands to be on the pedestal. That is the con. Like that is the con. Yeah. So that is the con with anything. If you have moon there, you have that zodiac, you have Venus there. Always remember, you have to see this moon, Venus, sun, all of this. Your ascendant. Yeah. So they demand respect. Like you have to give that respect. Yeah. So right. And if you are a man marrying a Venus in Leo, respect, pedestal. That is the thing. Like you have to keep on praising them. Then they are fine. Yeah. Right. So that is a con for Leo there. The positive is they are very I think they do not have a lot of like luxury demands. Venus in Leo, like other zodiacs, Venus in Leo are not much of a demanding luxury. Yeah, right. But Venus in Gemini has the most that I have seen of all. Like they get every timely. Like their life works like on like everything they get on time, car, house and all of that. Since we are only talking about Venus here, so remember that we are talking about a luxury planet, right? Yeah. Next, now comes Venus in Virgo. It gets debilitated here. So it depends, like what do you have, like what is the combination that you have. So yeah, so remember that Venus gets debilitated here. Like these Venus in Virgo gives you rigidity, like you do not like change. They are very orthodox, like they are not open with their dressing. Always remember that dressing and all also comes in Venus. Yeah, so they are very like opposite of Pisces, right? They're not experimental, but I think even that is it is how we are. If you have planets there, that is how we are. They represent like old values. They believe in old values. So Venus in Virgo gives that, like sticking to your values. It's good, right? We need to have a mixture. Yeah. So that kind of woman, like if you have, but they do have, like they do make friends of opposite, like in different Venus. Yeah, I think they are closest to Venus in Pisces because opposite. Yeah, they also get along with Venus in Taurus. So yeah, so it's opposite, right? Yeah, so Venus in Virgo, because it is a stable earth sign. Such people like are very mature their age. Yeah. So yes. So next is Venus. I have covered Libra, Venus in Scorpio. Such women are. Generally, if you see, they are in athletics, or they have very long legs, and they are in the sports field. Most of them I've seen Venus in Scorpio gives that because it's a maths house ruled. Venus, instead of Venus in Aries, they're very fit. Remember that when your Venus comes in maths houses, it gives you fitness, like you're like a supremely fit. Yeah, so Venus in Taurus and Libra makes you fit, like on the beauty side. Yeah, but here they're really like fit, like toned legs and all of that. Yeah, so Venus in Scorpio gives that. Yes, Venus in Libra gives the curvy figure. Venus in Libra is known for curvy figure. Yeah, and even in Venus in Taurus, right? Next comes Venus in Sagittarius. You have Deepika Padukone here. Yeah, and also Shah Rukh Khan has Venus in Sagittarius. So such people, obviously they are in the front line. It is a house ruled by Sagittarius. Remember, half horse, half man. Yeah, so Sagittarius, like they have a lot of fire. You see, even she plays sports, right? Yeah, Venus in Sagittarius gives you fire. Like like a Venus in Libra mixed with Venus in Sagittarius, like fire. Yeah, with Sagittarius house. Yeah, so such people are known for their body. They're known for top to bottom. That's how a Deepika Padukone is. So Venus in Sagittarius gives you very career driven. Like yeah, they're very career driven, because remember that Sagittarius is a house ruled by Jupiter. It makes you very career driven. Like they For them, like their career is like that, boost of energy, like they need it. Yeah. So Venus in Sagittarius, the only con here is like they never, like they are into open relationships. They are into open relationships and they don't mind, like, they are flexible. They are flexible, super flexible. Yeah. Then comes Venus in Capricorn. Yeah. So Venus in Capricorn, the house of Saturn. Such people are another Venus in. Remember that of the 3 earth signs, Venus has the highest power in Taurus, but the other 2 are the opposite of Taurus. Like they believe in old values, they believe in old customs. So yeah, so they're very controlling. They have a lot of self-control. This is a house ruled by Saturn. Remember that. So you'll have that features. Like, they are massive self-control. Like nobody can get to them. They're very witty. I've seen Venus in Capricorn makes you witty. And it is also like, they believe in old values. They never lose self-control. So that is what Venus in Capricorn represents. Like, the house of Capricorn, like they are very boundary oriented. And they also, Venus in Capricorn are very foodie. I've seen that. Yeah, they also have that, Taurus trait of being loving food. Venus in Capricorn gives that. Then comes Venus in Aquarius. In Aquarius, Saturn gets more strength. And I've seen many psychics also have like Venus in Aquarius. Remember that when you're in earth signs, you have that food and that, that love for life and all that. But when it's in earth, air signs, Gemini, Libra and Aquarius, many psychics have this combination. Venus in Libra, Venus in Gemini and Venus in Aquarius. Venus in Aquarius also gives you the psychic capabilities like Venus in Libra. Yeah, so Venus in Aquarius are, many of the black people are born in these 2. Like, Venus in Saturn, the 2 Saturn houses, Capricorn or Aquarius, like both. Yeah, so if you open anybody's chart, you'll have Venus there. Yeah, they represent black community. They represent Saturn. Yeah, Saturn stands by, a cause. So yeah, so Venus in Aquarius has a more clearer vision because it's air. They're very good with their talking. They're very good, like they have very good, Saturn features. They're very good with their, how they speak, how they dress and all of that. Venus, all the 3, Gemini, Libra and, if you see all the 3 are speakers. Like you have Priyanka Chopra in Venus in Gemini. And you have Venus in Libra. I am the one, Deepa Sweet. Yeah, and Venus in, Alec has Venus in Aquarius. So all of them are very good with speakers. So if you see a woman who is a very good speaker with not only her beauty, then she has any of the 3 air signs. Because remember that air signs represent talking. Then you have the last Venus in Pisces. I think I have covered. Remember that these are just a one-liner. Yeah. So you need to have an in-depth chart analysis. Like what is your combination? Where are the planets? Like for example, I have Venus in Libra, but I have also with my Sun and Mercury. Yeah, my Mercury is also there. That's why I'm very good with talking. And my Sun is there. That's what makes me gold aura. Like yeah. So you have all these combinations. You need to check all of that. So how do you power a Venus with luxury? Is you gift a woman, and I have seen. Remember that Venus is in a woman's chart more. It is important in a man's chart. Like Mars is very important in a woman's chart. Like I have to see where is my Mars. So Mars plays that role. And in Venus, like for Venus, we have to see like the man's chart. Like we have to power up a Venus. You have to gift. Like you have to honor the woman. That is exactly this journey, right? Wherein your divine masculine honors the divine feminine. Like he uplifts her, boosts her, loves her, everything. Gifting is all about Venus. So that comes in that. So yeah guys, yeah. So check out the twin flame video.